Hey guys, my name is Mohitesh Agarwal and today I'm going to make a video about my experience working in an MNC after working in a startup for about 2 years. So let's get started. First and the foremost thing is the disclaimer. So I like to give a disclaimer that this is my personal experience. It can vary from person to person. Nothing to take personally here and no negative comments. So पहला चीज की when you're working in MNC, the task that you're working on will be very sorted. Like जो product side से जो requirements आएंगी will be very clear and there will be very minimal fluctuations or changes in the requirements. And अगर वो होंगे भी तो it will be very formal process to work on those changes. But when you're working in a startup, so product side में like you will get a Jira ticket assigned from the product side, but there will be very frequent changes in the requirements that will be happening, and वो product managers आपको directly communicate करेंगे. So this will increase the chances of burnout, and you will feel very hectic in like very short span of time. And the second thing is when you're working in MNC, like the chances of bonuses and appraisals will be very limited. But when you're working in a startup, like you will get frequent bonuses, there will be frequent competitions, and you can have a lot of cash there. And the third thing is like when you're working in a startup, so like the rate of delivery you have to give should be very high, and like the expectation is also very high. So ETA should be given. ETA means estimated time analysis that you have to give for the task. You have to give from your own when you're working in MNC, and like you can decide about the ETA. Your manager can review your ETA and they can suggest a better ETA based upon your capability, but you decide how much time you will require for the task. But when you're working in a startup, the ETA will, like as per my experience, ETA was given by my managers, and then like what happened was like the ETA, like you have to work on that task, and the expectation is also very high. Like say today you deliver some task, the expectation is like tomorrow again you have to deliver some other task, and the expectation will keep on increasing. You have to keep on raising the bar. Raising the bar is a good thing in the mind, but basically the chances of burnout is also very high. Then like when you are working in a startup, so what will happen is basically you will get frequent trips, frequent lunch events that you will be invited to from your company. But this has a very low probability when you're working in MNC, right? Like startup founders keep you motivated with frequent outing events and all. And also when you're working in a startup, right? So like you will have a small team, you will have the full autonomy to take decisions, you will be listened to like much frequently as compared to like when you're working in MNC. When you're working in MNC, there will be a kind of hierarchy in the roles, right? And then like many companies say that there is a flat hierarchy, but like hierarchy is there, right? Like that's why there's a different role name, right? As like based on the seniority. And also when you are working in a startup, right? So basically like you will have to learn new technologies at a very high pace. For example, say today one project you have to deliver, the project is based on Node.js, so you have to learn Node.js, and the expectation is you learn Node.js in 3 days, right? And then you have to work on the task in a very high quality. And when you're working in a start like MNC, right, they don't expect you to learn at a very high pace. Like you will give it a sufficient amount of time frame, say 2 to 3 weeks to learn a particular technology. And then basically when you are working in a startup, so basically I have, in my personal experience in startups that I've worked, like product-based startups, CR was not getting reviewed, right? So CR review is a very important thing as a technologist. When you are like as a computer engineer, you have to grow on. So like when I came to MNC, I saw the CR reviews was there, and this is the difference that I noticed, right? And then when you're working in startup, like basically you will learn a lot of things, like from the product side, from the testing side, from DevOps. But when you're working in MNC, you will be specialized in one particular technology. Say if you're a DevOps engineer, you will master DevOps. If you are a Java developer, you will master Java thing. If you're a SD, you will master like how to develop designs and all. And also when you're working in startup, right, there is no such concept of designs. Like there is no such concept of design document, low level design, high level design. But when you're working in MNC, like you have to prepare a low level design, high level design, everything. It can be prepared by a senior guy or a kind of a peer of your team, but there will be proper design documents, and there is a difference between design and implementation, right? So as an entry level engineer, you will be required to do implementation, and the expectation is you will master the implementation and then you will move to the design work. So these are the basic things, and apart from that I'll upload videos in my YouTube channel regarding these topics. If you like, press the like button. If you dislike, give some comments so that I can improve on that. See you in the next video. Bye.